Hello, everybody, once again, and tonight I'm going to be reviewing the independent film from JABB Pictures entitled The Collective Volume 2. Now, for those of you not familiar with this or with JABB Pictures, The Collective is a really unique take on short films. Basically, what this is it's 10 short films that revolve around a box. So basically, Jason Hoover of JABB Pictures came up with the idea, to get some filmmakers together that wanted to participate in this, and gave them the idea of, okay, the story has to revolve around a box. It can be about anything you want it to be, as long as it's about this box. And all the filmmakers are, given free rein to just run with that idea. This is really cool, guys. There's a lot of very interesting concepts that come about here. I'm going to give you a list of everybody involved with this here. We have Liberty or Death Productions, and their film was called Fertility 2.0 by David Ross. Red Panic Button Films, and the film was called Illusion by Dakota Meyer, which is young. I think he was 13 in the first collective, so he's 14 or 15 now, I would guess. Graphic 13 Films, and their film's called Snapcase by Eric Schneider. Gru Opus Films, with It Crawls Back In by Jay Mattingly. Death Hug Films, which I didn't catch the title of that one, but that's by Jason Hoover. Susie Does Horror Films, and it's called Two Guys, One Box by Edward Young. We have Quattro Venti Scott Productions with the film Exile by Cameron Scott. JABB Pictures with Bounty by Jason Hoover. Spiral Filmworks, the film's called Pulse by Jason Hoover. And So Pics with Keepsake by Shannon Feaster. Now, there is, like I said, there is all kinds of creativity going on here. A lot of different kinds of films. And overall, guys, the first thing that I have to say is I think that this was a big step up in just everything over Volume 1. Like, I thought Volume 1 was good. I liked it. There was a lot of really cool entries in that one. But in this one, guys, overall, I just think it flows better. It's just more cohesive. I think that just the films were just made better in general. I just really enjoyed this one, a lot better than the first one. I know a lot of the people involved with this film. It's kind of hard for me to point out favorites, and not seem biased. So, I'll just kind of go through some of the things that stood out to me on this. With the Fertility 2.0, I really enjoyed how this one was shot. I thought it was really cool. It's a unique concept. This couple can't have a baby, so the guy gets online and look up stuff on fertility and finds this, this miracle drug to where you can design like a designer baby type deal, where you can design your own egg, I guess you could say. So yeah, I think it's what it was. But this was just shot really awesome. I loved the lighting in it and just the look to it overall. I really enjoyed Dakota Meyer's Illusion. I thought that was really awesome. It's this woman that sees this box, and the woman is played by Michelle Shields. Some of you may know her. She's a B-movie horror actress, done a lot of films, independent stuff. But she finds this box, or sees this box at a post office. This guy drop off this, the box, and she can't get it out of her head, and she picks it up, goes back later and finds it, and basically drives her crazy. It's excellent. I love the twist at the end. It's great, and between this and then Dakota Meyer's entry in the first collective, this kid has undeniable talent. When you see his entries, you can see him without knowing that name and without me saying that or anybody else saying that. and you're going to automatically notice talent in these. You know, I mean, it's the kid has tremendous talent, and I can't wait to see what else he does. It crawls back in from Grew Up as Films, Jay Mattingly. I really fucking love this one a lot. Like, I think it's really cool. You know, there's a guy in it that he digs up this box, you know, a box, and in his is an eyeball, and it's a surreal type film because, you know, he sees this guy that has a bag over his head. Him and his sister are at a park, you know, and he looks out across the lake and he sees this guy, and then later on, you know, he sees him in his room, and it's just a really awesome entry. It's shot beautifully. It looks great. It has an amazing soundtrack on it, and it's really, really good. And let's see, another one that really stood out to me. Pulse from Jason Hoover. This was neat, you know, like at the beginning it shows this guy, he's like soldering wires and stuff into this box, and there's this like this guy talking about time travel and stuff playing over it. And you know, the way I took it, the guy really did travel through time in this, is the way it looked to me. But again, you know, it's shot really well. And I liked it, you know, like the beginning, how, you know, it was like electronic looking, you know, seeing all the circuit boards and wires and soldering and shit, and just the talking over it. I liked it. It really captured my attention a lot. I really liked Keepsake from So Pics and Shannon Feaster. I thought that was a really cool ghost story. It was just awesome. I thought, you know, the little girl in it, the first time doing anything, she was great in it, and I just thought that it was a really neat story. You know, with a lot of these guys, like, you know, with short films, you're talking about 10-minute films, so it's really hard to say a whole lot, you know, because there's only so much you can get in 10 films. You know, I just look at this as it's basically showcasing each of these filmmakers' talent. You know, it's basically like a portfolio shot, you know, and there's a lot here, man. I mean, there really is. Like, each one really brings something to the table, and you know, I'd like to see a lot of these guys do feature-length stuff. Like Jason Hoover, I'm calling you out, man. Do a feature-length film, brother. You got a lot of talent, and you know, you've got 3 entries going on here, and you know, just from this stuff and the stuff I've seen you do on the first one, and you know, from Spike and Polly, man, I want to see a full length from JABB Pictures. I mean, I know it's hard to get funding, it's hard to bring together all the resources, you know, with very limited means and a budget, but man, I'd really love to see a full length film from JABB Pictures, because, you know, there's a lot going on there with everything that they got, you know, all the people involved that Jason can bring, you know, the actors and just his talent at writing, and I'd really like to see it. I'd really like to see that happen. But yeah, like I said, guys, all of these are really good. This is definitely worth checking out. You can pick this up, jabbpictures.com, and there's already been a 3rd entry that's been announced that's going to be coming out at Horror Hound Weekend in March in Columbus. And the twist with the 3rd one is going to be short films from women. So, and that kind of plays into their women in horror theme that's going on at Horror Hound. So that's going to be really cool. I do know of a couple people involved. I'm not going to say it here, but it's going to be really awesome. So yeah, guys, that's the Collective Volume 2. It's well worth your time. If you are into independent films, definitely check this out, because, you know, it's, you know, you watch something like this and, you know, it gets you begging for more. Once you want to see more from all these people. You know, you get into one of these films and it's like, shit, man, this guy's got to make more stuff, you know, or coming up, I'm sure it's going to be, you know, a case of this woman's got to make more stuff. So, yeah, I congratulate Jason Hoover and JABB Pictures for putting something like this together, you know, because it gives people an outlet. people that may not have the resources to get something released or get something out there for the public to see. This gives them that avenue, and I applaud JABB Pictures for that, and I think that this is a really great idea because it brings people together. These people don't have a budget, but they have a lot of heart. That's something that Jason really brought up, with this, that there's, not a bit. It doesn't take a big budget. It takes a big imagination, and a lot of creativity. And this, it's just all over the collective volume 2. So, I hope you guys will check this out. I'll put a link down here below to where you can pick this up. The collective volume 2 is out now. So, guys, do yourself a favor. Check it out. Support independent horror. Support true creativity and true passion, because that it comes from the independent cinema, and it comes from the underground. So support it, guys. Get out there and show your support. So that is it, and I hope you are doing well. Check this out. Have a good one. Later.